The Voice Season 26 continued with more battles on Tuesday, Oct. 29. It was the first one-hour episode of the season, but it still boasted highlight moments, including the final battle of the night from Team Michael Bublé, featuring Sofronio Vasquez and Aliyah Khaylyn, which resulted in a steal. Michael paired the two together, describing them as some of the strongest vocalists in the competition. In the pre-performance mentoring session, Sofronio relives his 4-chair turn audition. He picked Michael because he is his idol, he said. Later in the rehearsal clip, Aliyah relived her blind audition, sharing that she was super nervous. Aliyah wants to be able to give back to her younger siblings after losing their mom. Talent has been coming in from all over the country for the 26th season of The Voice, which has been nothing short of explosive. The voices that have been showcased on the show transcend genres and defy traditional expectations. What was the most recent occasion that stood out in the competition? Aliyah Khaylyn and Sofronio Vasquez, two of the most formidable competitors, delivered a fight performance that was nothing short of stunning. The Power of Love, an iconic hit by Celine Dion, was performed by the duo, and with each note, they demonstrated why they were destined to be on that platform. The atmosphere in the room was filled with palpable emotion as the two singers competed against one another in the high-stakes battle round. On the other hand, the audience was not only on the edge of their seats because of the intensity of the performance. The coaches, Reba McEntire, Gwen Stefani, Michael Bublé, and Snoop Dogg, were glued to their chairs, startled by the sheer attraction of the moment. It was the genuine vulnerability, passion, and technical skill that each of them brought to the stage that made them so captivated. The contestants, a powerful duet on their own. Aliyah Khaylyn, who is well known for having a voice that is both soulful and distinctive, had been impressing the coaches with her ability to interpret songs in ways that resonate with listeners on a more profound level. Because of the fact that her tone is both gentle and forceful, she possesses a distinctive advantage that distinguishes her from the other contenders. At the other end of the spectrum, Sofronio Vasquez is a formidable force in his own way. Every song is brought to life in ways that very few people are able to mimic because of his voice, which is smooth and authoritative at the same time. He is able to stretch smoothly across high notes and offer subtle, emotive delivery. As soon as these two individuals got together to sing The Power of Love, they did not merely perform the song, rather, they became the song themselves. The audience was captivated from the very beginning because their voices blended together so wonderfully, creating a lovely combination that kept them captivated. The sensitive delivery that Aliyah gave on the verses was the perfect complement to the forceful and soaring moments that Sofronio gave on the chorus parts. Their ability to feed off of each other's energy and build up to the emotional peak of the song was nothing short of captivating throughout the entire performance. Aliyah's voice was able to seamlessly transition between the delicate fragility of the words and the soaring moments of empowerment during the performance. On the other hand, Sofronio's vocals demonstrated a total command of the song, which lifted it into regions of intensity that were indisputable. This fight was one for the record books because they displayed a unique combination of vocal prowess, emotional depth, and natural chemistry. Together, they made this fight extraordinary. The responses of the athletes, the coaches were rendered speechless as the final notes of The Power of Love hum in the air. It was obvious that they were in awe of what they had just experienced. Reba McEntire, who is well known for her seasoned singing prowess and frank comments, was unable to contain her delight. The two of you have just taken us on a ride. Aliyah, your command of the vocal repertoire is just breathtaking. Your power, Sofronio, is incredible. It was evident that Reba was amazed by the emotional depth and technical mastery that each of them displayed. That was magic, she stated and acknowledged. Gwen Stefani, who is well known for her acute eye for unusual talent and her profound affinity to pop music, was also impressed after hearing the news. It was just fantastic. I could sense the feeling in each and every syllable, and you both made the song an expression of who you are. Seeing two artists actually create something new out of a classic was like watching a masterpiece being created. I absolutely adored it. On the other hand, the most remarkable moment occurred when Michael Bublé, who is often known for his cool and controlled demeanor, seemed genuinely moved by the stage performance. It was impossible for Bubbly to conceal his enthusiasm for the singer, who is renowned for his silky voice and his ability to lend an air of grace to any song. Tonight you both offered everything you brought to the table. As I sit here, I can't help but think, wow. Aliyah, you shared such a profound and heartfelt interpretation, and Sofronio, you provided us with both power and vulnerability. Within the context of this round, I believe that was the best performance. This is a really high accolade for Bubbly, who has collaborated with a large number of artists and has been a mentor to his own share of individuals who are on the rise. Of course, there was also Snoop Dogg, whose analysis, which is known for being both laid-back and intelligent, has emerged as one of the season's most memorable moments. Despite his ability to maintain a level head and a measured viewpoint at all times, Snoop was unable to contain his awe. Yo, it was absolutely blazing hot. You both did an excellent job. Thank you, Aliyah, for bringing that soul. You, Sofronio, shown a high level of intensity. As I sit here, I am completely awestruck by the way in which the two of you collaborated. The vibes are the essence of what music is all about. An emotional trip through time. It wasn't simply the vocal skills that made this bout stand out as particularly remarkable. It was also the emotional trip that these two competitors led the audience on. The song The Power of Love encompasses a range of feelings, including strength, vulnerability, and the all-encompassing essence of love. Aliyah and Sofronio were able to capture every single one of these feelings in their performance. They were not merely performing the lyrics, rather, they were experiencing them. This made their connection to the meaning of the song abundantly evident. In order to give the performance its distinctive spark, the contrast between the two singers was what was necessary. The song was infused with an understated elegance thanks to Aliyah's subtle emotional expression and rich tone, which drew the audience in with each note. However, Sofronio was able to unleash his energy with a great deal of enthusiasm, bringing fire to the stage with his explosive vocal delivery. The seamlessness of their harmonies, which demonstrated a genuine relationship, was brought about when they joined together. Although the times of vocal intensity that Sofronio had could have easily overpowered the moments that Aliyah displayed, which were quieter and more controlled, they worked together well and offered the ideal balance. It was evident that both artists were aware of the significance of exercising self-control and knowing when to allow their feelings to take control. Collectively, they did not merely sing the song, rather they felt it, ensuring that each note landed with a sense of purpose. Choosing a winner, a difficult decision to attempt. Immediately following the performance, the coaches were given the responsibility of making their judgments, and it was immediately apparent that selecting a winner would not be an easy assignment. Aliyah and Sofronio had both delivered performances that exhibited an extraordinary level of talent, passion, and artistry. On the other hand, this is the very nature of The Voice. It pits talented individuals against even more talented individuals. Following a few tense moments of discussion, it was eventually Reba McEntire who was the one who had to make the decision that was extremely difficult to make. On the other hand, she said, "That being said, Aliyah, you are a star." She said this after taking a long breath. "I have to go with Sofronio. You have a lot of promise, in my opinion. Persist in doing what you've been doing." Aliyah displayed the type of sportsmanship and maturity that has already made her a fan favorite. As the name of Sofronio was proclaimed as the victor of the duel, Aliyah politely accepted the result. Furthermore, despite the fact that her time in the combat round had come to an end, it was evident that this performance had only served to raise her in the eyes of the coaches and the public. Take a look ahead. Aliyah and Sofronio's amazing performance of The Power of Love is generating a lot of talk among fans and coaches alike as the battle round continues to progress. It is moments like these that serve to remind us of the reasons why The Voice continues to capture audiences year after year. The unfiltered talent, the emotional depth, and the genuine connection that exists between the artists and the music that they create. The fight that Aliyah Khaylyn was about to engage in was just the beginning. Her voice is one that is sure to resound with fans for many years to come, regardless of whether she is competing on the show or producing her own records. The triumph that Sofronio Vasquez has achieved not only helps him advance in the competition, but it also firmly establishes him as one of the most dynamic and varied singers of the season. As the battle rounds come to a conclusion on The Voice Season 26, there is no question that both Aliyah and Sofronio have made an impression on the competition. From the perspective of the audience, this performance will be remembered as one of the most intense and emotionally charged moments of the season.